Hello, I'm Michael Audsley, and I'm going to review Monday Night Raw from last night. Thought about doing reviews for a little while now. Thought I'd give it a go. So basically, the show opened up with Stephanie McMahon in the ring for the contract signing for the main event at Fastlane, and Ambrose and Reigns come out, followed by Lesnar. After the contract was signed, Lesnar threw a table at Roman Reigns, and then he hit the F5 on Dean Ambrose. Thought it was a good way to start the show. It's a fun segment. Next, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns were backstage, and Dean Ambrose saying that he was going to get revenge on Brock Lesnar before the night was over. The first match of the night was Dolph Ziggler against Kevin Owens, which Dolph Ziggler won, but he had his feet on the ropes. I enjoyed the match, thought it was good, but not quite sure why Kevin Owens seems to be on a bit of a losing streak at the moment. It just feels like WWE has no direction for him, or for Dolph Ziggler, which is a shame, but I enjoyed the match. Next, there was a non-title Divas match. Charlotte defeated Alicia Fox with the figure eight, and for once there was no interference from Ric Flair. I'm quite enjoying Charlotte's heel role. I think it suits her much more than a face character. It's always good. It's always nice to see Ric Flair at the shows. Next, there was Miz TV with his guest Chris Jericho, who ended up coming out before he was announced by Miz, and then he changed Miz TV to the highlight reel, which was pretty funny. The two of them went back and forth on the mic before AJ Styles ended up coming out. But while Styles was making his entrance, Miz attacked Jericho from behind. Then AJ Styles made the save, which led to a brawl between Styles and Jericho. Miz tried to get back involved, but ended up getting his ass kicked again. There was some fun promo work in that segment, and it's a nice hype for the Jericho versus Styles match for SmackDown. It was a good segment. Next up, Bray Wyatt beat Ryback with Sister Abigail. After the match, the rest of the Wyatt family beat down Ryback, which they pretty much do that to everybody that the Wyatts are feuding with. Not really sure why we're seeing Wyatts and Ryback at the moment though. WWE are probably just trying to keep the Wyatts busy until Fastlane, when they're probably going to cost Brock Lesnar the belt. Well, they're probably going to cost Brock Lesnar the match, and then that'll start a rivalry between the Wyatts and Brock Lesnar, with Bray going up against Brock at WrestleMania. Next, there was the New Day backstage. Big E was shining up a table and sang a song. Xavier Woods was doing calculations on where to put someone through a table later. Renee Young asked if they had found a partner for their match later, but at that point they hadn't. Next, there was another backstage segment. Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, with Ambrose basically saying that he wants a piece of Brock Lesnar tonight. Roman Reigns offered to help. Yeah, Roman Reigns offered to help, but Ambrose said he wanted to do it on his own. Next up, Adam Rose beat Titus O'Neil following a distraction from other members of Social Outcast, and then there was the roll up for the 3 count. Next, Dean Ambrose came out to the ring, ready to call out Brock Lesnar, but he doesn't come out straight away. Dean Ambrose basically questioned Brock's manhood in a non-PG way, which was really entertaining, which of course led Brock to eventually come out. Brock was basically kicking Ambrose's ass and then ended up hitting the F5. He went to make his way to the back, but he spotted that Dean Ambrose was getting up. He went back to the ring. Then Roman Reigns' music hit, and that caused the distraction for Brock. And Dean Ambrose ended up low blowing Brock. Next, it was the League of Nations against the Lucha Dragons, which League of Nations won, thanks to the distraction from Bray Wyatt and Del Rio hitting Wade Barrett. He distracted Kalisto, and Del Rio ended up hitting a double stomp for the win. Next, there was a backstage segment. R-Truth and Goldust appeared and again tried to talk him to becoming his tag team partner. Goldust was dressed as Jimi Hendrix and smashed the guitar. Security ended up taking him away. Next was Tamina Snuka against Becky Lynch, which Tamina ended up winning from a super kick. New Day were backstage speaking to the potential mystery partner, who was Mark Henry. He accepted. Then he played the trumpet badly, and then Xavier Woods played the trumpet as they all danced. Typical New Day segment, pretty funny. Then there was the tables match. Dudleys and the Usos defeated New Day and Mark Henry. After the match, the Dudleys turned heel and attacked the Usos. I think it was they hit the 3D on Jimmy through a table. They got another table and did the super bomb on Jay. but the crowd were chanting for the Dudleys and ECW, which really hurt the idea of the Dudleys turning heel. Not sure that I would do a heel turn again with them turning on the Usos like they did, because of the negative reactions that Usos have been getting. But it'll be interesting to see where the Dudleys go from here as heels. Finally, there's the excuse me, the emotional goodbye for Daniel Bryan. He got an unbelievable ovation when he come out, and he did the usual thank yous that always happen in these segments. By the way, Daniel Bryan also had his hair and beard cut. He said that he got his hair cut and thought the beard looked ridiculous with short hair, so he trimmed the beard. He also announced that he and Brie wanted to start having children, which got a yes chant going. And then Daniel Bryan says that's what Brie says to him all the time. But yeah, it was an emotional segment like they always are when wrestlers retire. Wasn't really surprised when I heard the news, but well, after all the injuries he's had, especially recently, it's understandable. I wish Daniel Bryan the best for whatever he decides to do in the future. Overall, I thought it was a good show. I enjoyed pretty much all the segments. I enjoyed the Dolph Ziggler Kevin Owens match, even though I'm not sure why Kevin Owens seems to be on a losing streak at the moment. The Wyatts will probably be feuding with Brock Lesnar going into WrestleMania, as I mentioned earlier, so I'm not sure what direction they'll be going in until Fastlane. Of course, Daniel Bryan leaving is heartbreaking for all of us WWE fans, but I'm sure we all wish him the best for the future. That completes my Raw review. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe and share. Also, leave any comments on what you'd like me to include in future reviews. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all soon.